Have you ever reached the end of the day feeling exhausted, even though you did not do that much? Not physically destroyed, more like mentally full, as if your mind cannot switch off, as if there is always something waiting for you, as if even resting feels difficult. You check your phone the moment you wake up. You open your emails, you reply to messages, you jump from one task to another. You scroll through news, you check social media. You buy something you probably did not need. You save another video to watch later. You open more tabs. You add more things to your list. And at the end of the day, even though you were busy, you do not necessarily feel peaceful. You feel overwhelmed. And here is the important point. Maybe your problem is not just stress. Maybe your problem is excess. Too much information, too many screens, too many objects, too many commitments, too much noise, too much comparison. Too many things asking for your attention every single day. We live in a time where almost everything is designed to ask for more. More productivity, more consumption, more speed, more content, more connection, more results, more improved versions of ourselves. But almost no one teaches us to ask, is more of this actually making my life better? Because there is a big difference between a full life and a fulfilled life. A full life can be packed with tasks, notifications, purchases, files, plans, meetings, and obligations. But a fulfilled life needs something different. It needs clarity. It needs calm. It needs space. It needs purpose. And that is exactly what many people are losing without noticing. Not because they are weak, not because they are disorganized, not because they need another complicated productivity system, but because they are trying to live while carrying too much invisible weight. Think about it. Your home may look normal, but it may be filled with things you no longer use. Your phone may look useful, but it may be filled with apps that interrupt you all day. Your schedule may look productive, but it may be filled with commitments that leave you drained. Your mind may look active, but it may be filled with noise, comparison, worry, and pressure. And when all of that comes together, the result is clear. It becomes harder to focus, harder to rest, harder to enjoy, harder to be present. So you start searching for answers. How to reduce stress, how to feel calm, digital detox, how to simplify your life, how to find emotional balance, how to clear mental clutter, how to stop feeling overwhelmed. But many solutions stay on the surface. They tell you to meditate for 5 minutes, to breathe deeply, to exercise, to turn off your phone. And yes, some of those things can help. But if your life is still full of noise, the relief does not last long, because it is not enough to rest a little more if you keep carrying the same weight. The real question is not only, how do I reduce my stress? The deeper question is, what am I carrying that I no longer need? That is where change begins. Excess does not always look like excess. Sometimes it looks like a home full of things just in case. Sometimes it looks like an endless to-do list. Sometimes it looks like social media you use to relax, even though it leaves you more anxious. Sometimes it looks like saying yes to everything because you do not want to disappoint anyone. Sometimes it looks like buying something new because, for a moment, it makes you feel in control. Sometimes it looks like chasing goals you are not even sure are still yours. Excess can be physical, digital, emotional, and social. Physical excess is everything that takes up space and demands attention. clothes you do not wear, objects you keep without a clear reason, papers, boxes, and accumulated things. Digital excess is everything that occupies your mind through a screen. Notifications, emails, files, duplicated photos, apps, messages, news, videos, and open tabs. Emotional excess is repeated worry, guilt, comparison, self-pressure, internal noise, and the fear that you are not doing enough. Social excess is made of commitments, conversations, relationships, or expectations that consume your energy without adding real value to your life. The problem is that each one of these things seems small. One notification does not seem serious. One impulsive purchase does not seem serious. One extra commitment does not seem serious. One more night looking at your phone does not seem serious. But accumulation becomes heavy, and that weight turns into mental clutter. That is why many people feel they need to relax, but they cannot. They want to rest, but their mind stays on. They want to focus, but they jump from one thing to another. They want to live better, but they do not know what to remove first. This is where a simple but powerful idea begins. You do not always need to add more things to improve your life. Many times, you need to remove what no longer belongs. This is not about living with nothing. It is not about becoming extreme. It is not about throwing everything away, deleting every social media account, or disappearing from the world. It is about living with intention. And intentional living begins with one question. Does this add to my life, or is it taking away my peace? Ask that question about your objects. Ask it about your digital habits. Ask it about your commitments. Ask it about your routines. Ask it about your goals. Does this give me energy, or does it take energy from me? That question can reveal more than any productivity list. Because many times, we do not need more discipline. We need more clarity. For example, look at your phone. How many times do you check it without knowing why? How many times do you open social media for 1 minute and leave 20 minutes later feeling worse? How many times do you consume content to distract yourself, but end up feeling more tired? That is digital overwhelm. And it is not solved by turning off your phone for 1 day. It is solved by creating a more conscious relationship with your attention. Your attention is one of your most valuable resources. But if every app, every alert, every message, and every platform can take a piece of it, by the end of the day, you do not have enough attention left for yourself. That is why reducing digital noise is a key part of simplifying your life. Not disappearing from the internet, not hating technology, but using it with boundaries, silencing unnecessary notifications, creating screen-free blocks, stopping the habit of saving content you will never consume, cleaning files, photos, and apps. Not beginning your day by handing your mind to your phone. That matters. Because the way you begin your day affects the way you think. If the first thing you do when you wake up is look at messages, news, or social media, your mind begins the day by reacting. Not choosing, reacting. And a life lived in constant reaction feels exhausting. The same is true for your home. Your physical space is not neutral. What you see every day affects you. A table full of unfinished things tells your mind that something still needs to be solved. A closet full of clothes you do not wear forces you to make more decisions than necessary. A crowded room can make rest harder. Decluttering is not only about aesthetics. It is a way to reduce visual and mental noise. But be careful. There is a trap here. It is not about buying beautiful boxes to organize your excess. Many people do not simplify. They only reorganize the problem. More containers, more furniture, more solutions, more tools. But the excess is still there. Simplifying means deciding what deserves to occupy space in your life. And that requires honesty. Do I use this? Does it serve me? Does it bring me peace? Does it represent the life I want to build? If the answer is no, maybe you do not need to keep carrying it. Then there is emotional excess. This one is harder because you cannot see it. You cannot put it in a box, but you feel it. You feel it when you say yes, even though you wanted to say no. You feel it when you rest, but feel guilty. You feel it when you compare yourself to people you do not even know. You feel it when your value depends on how much you produce. Many people are not exhausted only by what they do. They are exhausted by what they demand themselves to be. Always available, always improving, always replying, always performing, always proving. But a balanced life needs boundaries. And a boundary is not selfish. A boundary is a way to protect your energy. Saying no to what drains you is saying yes to what actually matters. This applies to your routines, your relationships, your work, your digital habits, and your consumption. And this brings us to another important topic: consumption. Many times, we buy not because we need something, but because we want to feel something. Control, novelty, reward, identity, temporary relief. But afterwards, that object needs space, care, cleaning, money, maintenance, and attention. So the thing you bought to feel better can end up taking more energy from you. Living with less does not mean you stop enjoying life. It means you stop confusing consumption with well-being. You can enjoy more when you choose better. Buy less, but with more intention. Use what you already have. Choose experiences over accumulation. Reduce waste. Consume without letting consumption consume you. And this connects with something bigger: environmental impact. Every consumption decision has a consequence. What you buy, what you throw away, what you accumulate, and what you replace are all part of a larger system. But this subject does not need to be approached through guilt. Guilt paralyzes. Intention transforms. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to become more conscious. Small decisions, repeated over time, can change how you live and how you impact the world around you. Now, there is an even deeper layer: success. Many people are overwhelmed because they are chasing a definition of success they never consciously chose. More money, more recognition, more achievements, more productivity, more things. But if getting more still leaves you feeling empty, maybe the problem is not that you have not gone far enough. Maybe you are walking toward a place that does not give you peace. Redefining success does not mean giving up your goals. It means asking whether your goals still make sense. What does living well mean to you? Having more things? Having more time? Having more calm? Having real relationships? Having mental clarity? Having the freedom to live according to your values? This question matters because a simple life is not a small life. A simple life can be deep, ambitious, creative, and meaningful. But it is not built on noise. It is built on intention. And that is the central idea behind how to improve your life by reducing excess. This ebook is not a guide to living with nothing. It is a guide to stop living while carrying too much. Inside, you will find reflections, exercises, and practical steps to reduce physical, digital, emotional, and social excess. You will work with tools like the energy compass to identify what gives you energy and what drains it. You will explore your personal value map to see whether your objects, time, energy, and purpose are aligned. You will learn how to simplify your space, calm your mind, create lighter routines, set boundaries, consume more consciously, and redefine success from a more human place. You do not need to change your entire life in 1 week. You do not need to do it perfectly. You only need to begin with one small decision, one less object, one less notification, one less obligation, one less impulsive purchase, one more moment of silence, one more honest question. Does this add to my life, or is it taking away my peace? When you begin living from that question, something changes. Your life stops filling up by accident. It starts being built with intention. And when you reduce the noise, you begin to hear yourself again. When you release excess, you regain clarity. When you simplify your life, you begin to breathe again. If your life feels full but not peaceful, this may be the moment to look honestly at what you are carrying. Download How to Improve Your Life by reducing excess and start living with less noise, more clarity, and more purpose. The link is in the description of this video and also in the pinned first comment. Click the link, visit the page, and discover how to start simplifying your life today. You do not need more. You need space.